One, two, three, in the place to be. It's your player partners on the bottom of the map.
From the bottom of the map.
It's your dog is real.
Ike Hayes.
And before we go ahead and tap in, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and if you will, jump in the comments. We're gonna jump in with them and holla at you. Um, quick video, real quick. Wanted to, just touch on a few a few things that's happening right now. For the Miami, junkies right now. Spring football has been, in full effect. We in full swing in spring football. There's a few names that been kind of standing out a little bit. Tight end Elijah Lofton has been a name that's been kind of jumping off, the screen. Every time you see something in regards to spring practice. So, um, um, Porter at corner, his name's been so he's poised to come back for another year. Of course, Restrepo and Jacoby George, that they're poised to have big years, coming back. Um, and I think that's about there. I've been seeing some stuff with Emery. Of course, a little Cam news, but nothing that's making anybody feel like this is the team that's going to turn the corner. We don't know. You see all the names. You see the running back room is deep. The tight end room is looking legendary, but if they don't incorporate them in the offense, we don't know what's going to go down. So, what you think about it? What you feel about what's been going down so far?
You know, it makes me think about the grapes of wrath, and that's why I'm over here eating these grapes. Because I don't want to sound like a hater. I don't. But I heard all this last year. Tight end rule coming back. New recruits. Frankly, I'm just not impressed, man. I feel like you're trying to serve me dog shit and tell me that it's gold. And I feel like right when the season comes, we see all these things happen. Nobody's gonna point back and say, "Well, you remember how they was trying to rev us up in the spring? You remember you said this and you said that." I think we're gonna have talent. I think, like you said, you got a tight end room. Are you gonna use them? You had a tight end room last year. You didn't use them. Every game, you're like, when are you gonna use them? When are you gonna use them? Every now and then when we want to. So I just feel like they're gonna do what they want to do. And I don't know. It's just like what Restrepo gonna do. Okay, cool. I know what Jacoby George gonna do. Obviously you got a new quarterback, so you got connections, but I don't know. It's like I look at it, but I'm just like I'm unimpressed. Don't talk to me about that bullshit. Show me what's up on the field. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, you go 8-5, what's gonna happen? Off season, you're gonna hype me up again next year? It's like, look, man, you gotta play Florida first game of the year. Regardless of how you feel about it, they got more of an onus to win because if they coach don't win, he already starting, his packing up. So for me, I just look at it like, what I'm saying? I don't know, man. With March Madness, when I look at these other teams pouring in, I just don't get no tingling feeling. Every time I see some shit, I'm like, I don't feel no type of way. I feel like somebody is trying to sell me some wolf tickets. I feel like somebody's lying to me, and I feel like On Three Sports and those different places are just trying to jazz me up for some news. But I'm just like,
So you don't
nah.
put spring training is kind of like your first look. You don't put any stock in the spring training, like it don't mean
And
nothing
with
to you.
this team, I don't put no stock into nothing because we can't see the improved coaching, right? Like we know you're not gonna improve coaching, right? So I know I'm only really talking about, players. And I'm just like, well, you can't really have leadership just because we're switching up quarterbacks. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would be great when I can start seeing more tape on Cam, and I just think that would be cool. But I don't know. For me, I'm just more like, man, you got to show me. You're not selling me in the preseason. Last year, we were hyped. We were like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? And it was something new. But I'm like, nah, you're not catching me with that this year. And I'm like, look, I'm gonna watch everybody else sell. But I'm like, nah, I ain't. And I keep hearing about new recruits, new running backs, and I'm like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, I think you gotta sell the hype train though. You gotta sell the hype train, and spring is where it gets started. Like, and it's crazy because in spring you're not wearing pads. There's no hitting. The drills are maybe at like 75% speed, so you're not really going super hard. So it ain't really telling you a whole lot. but it gets the fan base like, oh, I seen that boy make a Cam out there throwing darts. Well, that's against no defense, and there ain't nobody wearing
Them
pads.
same fans though, if they don't perform, they gonna make excuses. Miami fans ain't buy shit. No, they ain't buy shit. They'll believe they like women. They'll believe anything you tell them. They get gassed by anything. But the cold hard facts, nah, they don't want that. They don't want that. So I
Yeah.
don't know. That's why I say I can't. This episode, I don't got nothing positive to say, so I ain't gonna say too much on that because I don't want to
We
sound.
go we go switch gears a little bit because we both been before we switch gears, man. Like I said, I want to give a big shout out to South Coast Kane. Them boys been over there going in on Miami history. I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
like if you really want to know what really went down, like the early 2000s to like mid through all the different eras, the post Larry Coker era into the Randy Shannon era when what I'm saying, Ja'Cory and them boys came in from Northwestern, like the whole up and down, like basically how we got into the shit show we are now. Them boys are going in, like they're giving you like all the details of coaching, players, recruiting, like how we got to become get these big recruiting classes when all them boys from Northwestern came in. How Randy Shannon got the job, like them boys are going in, man. I want to give a big shout out to them because a lot of people they really don't know the history.
They don't, and I think if they did and they watch those type of things, and they will understand why. Like, well, are you really doing something different, or are you, what I'm saying, following that same narrative to where we at now? But nah, shout out to him, man, because
Yeah,
that's
'cause
what
you,
type of
you
shit I
see
want.
you see a lot of names from those teams, and you be like, damn, I forgot we had Lamar Miller. Psh, how you forget we had Lamar Miller?
I'm gonna run every time the man touch the ball.
Every
Okay,
time, every time.
yeah,
But
yeah, that
but
boy.
but like certain eras, like so much other shit was going on. Like you forget people like that. You forget names like that. You forget names like Sean Spence. That boy's tackling everything out there.
Of
Everything.
course,
Undersized linebacker tackling everything.
that nigga was
But,
Mr.
but
Consistent.
shout
Him
out
and
to
Denzel Perryman are like my two favorite linebackers. I feel like from like the last 10 years because they just were solid and consistent, and that's something that you can't say about a lot of UN players. Consistent, you know what I'm saying, and just what I'm saying, on point, in position.
but shout out to them boys. So man, if y'all want to get that in depth, depth on the Miami, you know what I'm saying, history, man, go holler at South Coast Kane. But man, yo, hey, this NCAA tournament on the men and the women's side, yo, this shit been going down. Like
Yeah,
it hasn't been. I think it hasn't been this exciting as a whole in a long time. Like you might get, a men's, run, or you might get a women's run, where you got like a Yukon that they'll have a run, or South Carolina or Tennessee or somebody that has a run in the women's game. And in the men's game, you'll have a couple teams where it got big names, but like this is the first time in a long time where it's been like both sides every night you watching. Like the game's been going down. Like shit. What's
like
your take
last
on it?
year was exciting too, though.
It
UM
was.
was there, LSU won. You know what I'm saying? Like I will say, you know what I'm saying. The tournament, I never know what to expect, but like you said, this year has been raw. Last year has been raw, and even though UM isn't there, I feel like it's a better point. You know what I'm saying? Because we're used to being there. So when we weren't in the tournament at all this year, it was like, damn, we ain't in the tournament. Last 2 years, we've been the ones going to the Final Four, going to the Elite Eight, you know what I'm saying, making the tournament. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, the ACC and all those dope teams because it's been more exciting than the NBA personally.
It definitely been more exciting than the NBA. And I think Miami still is the redheaded stepchild of the ACC because there's been years where with like Shane Larkin where we've won the ACC outright, won
Yeah.
the ACC tournament outright, and don't get a number one seed.
Nah.
But as you see, like this year, they had North Carolina State, made it to the Final Four.
Mhm.
Duke made it to Elite Eight. North Carolina was in a Sweet 16. Like, the ACC is a tough conference. So if you can make it, through the conference, through the tournament, like it's a lot to say about like basketball in the ACC and where Miami stood, standing, even though they had a bad season. Like Miami is still I feel like it has a bright future when it comes to basketball in the ACC. Like you still got Coach L. He's
That's
already hitting the portal. I know they did. They just signed the
that's
McDonald. They just
that's
signed the McDonald's All American.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, hey, the
Yeah.
boys gonna get back right, man. I think like basketball is going, it's gonna. It may take a while for the fans to see like the basketball program is legit.
Man, damn them fans. If you ain't been excited about basketball, what you been watching? We had a down year, and before that, we had an Adidas investigation. In between the time, oh, we've been winning, we've been playing. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I don't want that boy Nigel Pack. I need that boy to sit on the bench. He need to
listen,
warm up that bench. I was not excited to hear he coming back. And it's almost like a girl that says I'm coming back. No, baby, don't nobody want you.
nobody wants you.
Don't nobody want
Nobody
you.
wants you. Hey,
You
them lashes ain't working no more. Okay.
Nah, yeah, they don't want that. Them little tricks,
Yeah,
you know
them
what I'm
little
saying?
tricks.
Don't nobody want you. So, but
I
nah, it's
mean,
all good. I think we'll be back to competing in the ACC next year. And you know what? I don't have any evidence. I don't have a player, but I got a coach. I got a coach, and I feel like that coaching staff, that to be should be what the football team is on, to where it's like, you know what? I don't have nothing, but I believe in that coaching staff, and we've seen the results with less. We're not getting no top 10 recruiting class, but we getting players that work in our system, and we're pushing that talent beyond his means. We weren't supposed to make the Final Four last year with no real big man, but those players were hungry. Same year with the Elite Eight. So I just feel like, man, I think this next year we're gonna be good. And I think that, that's the team. This offseason is gonna be different. Now, during next spring season, off season, I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna be looking at the recruits. I'm gonna be like, I got Coach L. Long as I got a great coach, man. Great coaching does that for your program. It's not just potential. Nah, we winning. Okay, he got a track record of winning. So it's not like he came here. He took George Mason to the Final Four. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? When you have a football coach, when it's like, whoa, you want, nah, he ain't got no track record, so I ain't excited. If he wins, I'll be surprised. If Coach L does well next year, I'm not surprised. I'm like, that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Listen, I couldn't have said it better myself. Do you got any predictions? I definitely say we both watched. In the previous video, you can see we talked about North Carolina State in the ACC tournament, and they on the run. They're on a run right now. They're on a roll.
They gotta
Um,
play Purdue next.
they do got to play Purdue.
I think they lose. I think it's a hell of a run. They got defense though, right? I do
That
like them.
defense, the only thing I can say about them is they have multiple big men that play significant minutes, that they can throw bodies at Edie, to where like most teams only got one big man. So when you get your big man in foul trouble, he just keeps going to work. They got DJ Burns and they got that boy Middlebrook coming off the bench, where they got like two legit centers. So it's just like, and he's
Boys,
gonna and Edie gonna have to play defense. He's not gonna be able to just sit in the paint and just like,
I don't think he's gonna stop them, but that how many points that boy had the last
yeah,
game?
40, yeah, 40, yeah.
Come on, this man might fuck around and still get 20. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't. I just feel like size, when it comes to college basketball, one thing I will say is this. If you don't have the size, it gets very hard to compete if the big man starts, because it's like, what is he gonna do? He gonna do, you know what I'm saying? He's not even really posting up like that, but he just dunking, drop step, dunk. You know what I'm saying? Roll, dunk. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I'm saying? It's just like 40 points and he's 7'4". I mean, bro, the man down there taller than Shaq out there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He could just sit in the paint. It ain't like the NBA where you can't sit in the paint. So I ain't gonna lie. I feel like my prediction is they play good. Maybe they keep it close that first half, that second half. And Purdue ain't won nothing in 44 years. They're trying to go out in a bang. And then I think UConn wins the whole thing, because I think UConn ain't got nothing but big men over there, and I just think they want it more.
But Alabama's the number one scoring team in the nation.
They
The boys
is, but
points.
they play UConn, and UConn got that side. You first of all, they could be number one, but UConn be beating bitches by 25 points.
Yeah.
And they taller than y'all, and y'all not gonna win. Yeah, I think UConn. I think what I thought before the tournament started. I don't think nobody gonna beat UConn. UConn, Purdue, and they gonna battle it out. Maybe Purdue will push the pace, but nah, UConn, boy. You know what I'm
Only thing
saying?
I'll say about Purdue, which I was kind of surprised, I watched the post game after the Tennessee game, which was a great game. That boy Edie was talking like, "Hey, y'all boys been calling us soft. Y'all think we can't do it." That man said, "Boy, I'm a fucking baller." Like he said this shit on TV. Like, fuck what y'all talking about, man. I'm out here like we fucking winners out here. Like I keep trying. It's like I'm like, okay, all right. That's what I be wanting to see. I don't be wanting to see the politically like, oh, like, hey
You
man,
know
you
that's
gotta
the
stop trying.
team. we're gonna have to do our best to. Nah, I'm whooping your ass.
Hey, bro. Hey, stop trying. Stop playing with me out here. I just put up 40, and we coming for the. Listen, I like the competitiveness, cause like okay, now I see like them boys they're not finna lay down. Them boys not finna lay down. So I think the game against North Carolina State is going to be a great game because I think North Carolina State just has like an offense that's just like it's hard to stop because they can play inside out with DJ Burns, or they when he come out the game, them boys turn into a different team. Them boys turn into a track team. They getting up and down the court.
I had a pick that I want to win. I want North Carolina State to win the whole thing.
Me too. Me
I
too.
think everybody does as far as like, you know what I'm saying? And as ACC, DJ Burns got that type of story where he's just a baller. I want to see him do well in the league. I like the other dude, DJ, what his name is? DJ
DJ
Horn.
Horn. DJ Horn.
Yo, that dude
He a
is money.
hooper too.
That dude is money. Nah, he got like 1,000 made 3-pointers or something stupid. And I just watched this man not miss. And so I was like, you know what? What I like though is that Purdue's gonna have to beat them because they have not lost a game since. Yo, what's crazy about them is what a story. You're not even that good, but then you have not lost a game since the ACC tournament. That's crazy. They just been like, nah, we win every game. They just playing.
And they got in. They got in from a fluke 3-pointer that went in at the buzzer,
Hey
and
man,
they went to overtime and won. And then the boys don't won 10 games in a row.
yes, they have.
They don't
They
won
have.
10 games in a
And
row.
if you count the tournament, that's 15 games in a row.
Yeah, so
15
like it's
games
just
in a
like
row.
when you get hot, it's just like that's the perfect time, like everything coming together. Dog, have you seen like the NFL been trying to holler at DJ Burns? Like, hey, that boy might not make
I
this.
saw that. I saw that. They talk because he moves very fluid. And I think when we think about offensive guards, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miami. They do have a great O-line. Yo, that guard play is essential. And so I ain't gonna lie. I think he need to weigh his best options because think about the amount of football players that have switched over to basketball, Jimmy Graham, and they were naming, all the different people. And I was like, nah, he could because just how he's able to move. This is a big man that's light on his feet. He
Like,
ain't just stepping like Edie. He got a hook. He got a turnaround jumper. I might call that boy Sweet Feet, boy. That boy Sweet
yeah.
Feet. Like he really light on his feet. He got a little touch to him, and I like that.
And what would you tell him? Would you tell him to try the NBA, and if it don't work, like see what the NFL hollering about? Because they talking about the boy can make upwards to 25 to 30 mil a year playing offensive tackle.
I think you got to entertain all offers. That's what I think. I think now your agent needs to do his damn job, and we might need 2 agents. And you know what? Like, look, you know what I'm saying? The only thing because the only thing is he's not a lottery pick even now, right? I don't think he's a lottery pick in the draft. So they talking second round. I gotta see what the NFL talking about. Because yes, O lineman, D lineman, but O lineman, that is probably outside of quarterback. That's one of the most coveted positions in the NFL, and they make that bread too. And I'm like, if they can get you on that, and I think he has that type of footwork to do it. Yeah, I think if you're talking second round, G League, undrafted free agent, oh hell yeah, I'm going over there to try out for them boys. Yes, we going to dinner. Right now they're going to the pro days and they sitting down and taking people out to dinner. Yeah, we need to. If your agent has not scheduled all of that, or he's not pushing you into that, fire that man. We in a different landscape right now. I'm all about who got the check right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to rock right now. Okay, straight up, straight up. So
Shout out
yeah,
to Luke.
and they said there's several GMs that have entertained it. So yeah, 6'8", 275, 280. Oh yeah, we can get the rest of
I say, and that boy got so like his feet. He nimble. That boy nimble out there.
Yes, big man that's light on his feet. Yeah. The NIL is stupid, boy. Yeah. Get them last couple offers in before the off season, then yeah, we own that. We own that.
If they mess around and win, listen, he threw the roof, boy. Put all your money. A good bet is on him. Whichever way he go, he gonna win. He gonna win because the NFL, like this is where I feel like we talk about NFL and scouting. Like this is where like a lot of them, like in their off season, they make their bones. Like, oh, we found the diamond in the rough. We was able to turn him into such and such. We was able to turn. So like this is the time where a young scout or somebody is trying to they trying to make something.
Straight up.
I might make my career off of DJ Burns, right?
Straight up. And if you DJ Burn, you got to think about money. Okay,
Okay,
you
yeah,
gotta be thinking about money and opportunity. With who you feel me? Who want me bad enough? Is it you or is it you? You know what I'm saying? I hope, like I said, when they play this weekend,
yeah. They play this weekend.
hey man, have a great in the tournament run. If y'all don't win, if you do win, we'll be talking again. They play in Phoenix. You feel me? So yeah, but regardless, man, I just I think every time that he steps on the court, you know what I'm saying, he's damn near auditioning and everybody. Like I said, he's got that tournament feel good story.
Yeah,
Um, and
definitely.
now, and even when I think about the tournament too, it almost has me thinking like this is what they want for the NCAA playoffs. They
Yeah.
want it to kind of be like a March Madness where the right team gets hot at the end of the season,
Mhm.
goes to the playoffs, and then just starts winning. And I think when we look at it in terms of that, if they go from 12 to 14, know in the future that that playoff is going to get bigger and it's going to damn near be like 20 something teams. But I'm not mad at that if it ends out working like this. Like they say, all games are going to have less meaning. Bowls have me not necessarily. I think if they get the money incentives up for the bowls,
Mhm.
and you know what I'm saying, like they get to the playoffs and everybody plays, and there's some upsets. Oh man, that's really why you have the playoff because they want to see upsets.
They want to see the upsets. They want to see the small schools go and beat the big schools. They want to see the Cinderella stories. That gives you a storyline. It gives you, you know what I'm saying, your editorials, it gives it some meat. Because now it's just like, oh, now you know about this player, that player you never heard of, this school, that
Yeah.
school. You can follow.
And then the player gets bigger because then your NIL go deal up, and then you can hit that portal hard and be like, you know what, I lost to him. Guess what? I'm about to join them because they gave me $3 million. You're
Exactly.
damn right. You're damn right. You know what I'm saying?
um Shit, what do you think about the women's side being just as
And women's side,
big
they're
games
just a
being
little
like
bit. I think I think Angela Reese and Caitlin Clark have been great
yeah.
for college
Oh,
basketball.
definitely, definitely. I
Or
love it.
last
Love
year
it.
to carry over this year. Now that she's leaving, they got Juju. Juju is raw as a freshman. NC State Final Four. I forgot they player's name, but there are several players that look really, really good. I actually think Angela Reese needs to come back next year because I'm like, you're gonna get a big NIL deal. You know what I'm saying? You kind of don't want to go to the NBA, but you know what I'm saying? Caitlin Clark is just like, I'm gonna
Her,
go, even though
her basically like she ain't got nothing else to do. She don't basically she be coming back for nothing. Like she gotta go.
yeah,
Cube offered her 5 mil in the big three.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm like, you could come. You're not. I think I have to respect the fact that she loves the game, right? Because to me, you come back to college because they're gonna offer you more NIL deals. You can might be able to get 5 mil in college next year. So you're going to the NBA because you're WNBA because you really love the game and you want more competition. And I respect that. But if it's me, I'm taking the money deal because you ain't gonna make no money
I
there.
think Angel Reese should come back. Um, Depending on like what she feel like her trajectory is going to be in the WNBA, and she feels
She
like
already said she doesn't want to really go because she's like she's making more money in college.
she's
So
making
she's
more money. She got the deal with Shaq, so she's with Reebok. I think she does have a future in like modeling if she pursues that. So if she wants to get into like the fashion industry, I think it would be good for her to go ahead and go to the league. So it could just really give her, you know what I'm saying, she can, a
but
lot of them, they just like,
she doesn't really want to go to the NBA, and it's only because think about it. The top NBA salaries are only in the low hundreds of thousands. They're not
yeah,
making six.
yeah, yeah. She making more
And so,
money now. She's like she
like
said,
I'm making, I'm damn near making 2 million, 1.5 million now. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, I don't think that's what I want to do. So I think she comes back, she gets a little bit more money. LSU comes back with that same team, her and Florida Johnson. They probably a shoe in to at least go to the Final Four. You know what I'm saying, next year, if not win the whole thing. And then I don't think she's going to change her mind. I think at the end of the day, I think she loved the game basketball, but I don't know if she loves it enough for the WNBA. I think she had a great run.
I think she understands. To me, she's like a person that knows how to capitalize on the moment. When
Oh,
the
she
moment was hot, she was able to like capitalize fully. Um, and I think, like you said, like her and Caitlin Clark been great for the game. Juju, it's a lot of young players. Hannah Hidalgo and Notre Dame. South Carolina they got Fuwali. They got a whole bunch of players that's like okay. Paige Beckers, where I watched from UConn play, I said, damn, she is like that. Like, like it's going to be
why
good.
why is college basketball though? And it's like I'm ignorant because I don't watch a lot of the WNBA, right? That sometimes the playoffs look good, but it seems like college is just more exciting for the girls' game.
It is more exciting because I think it's more at stake, and then like the talent. It's not like it's a talent drop off because the talent gets smaller. It's just it's almost like you feel like they should be playing at a high level all the time. You know how right now it's kind of like the NBA is boring right now.
Hmm.
Imagine watching the WNBA and it's boring.
I
You're
got
not
an
going to be
unpopular opinion, and since our channel isn't that big, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I wouldn't say it if we were bigger, but them girls in college be pretty. And some of them WNBA girls be looking like whole men's is out here. You know what I'm saying? And
some of them WNBAs was in college at one point in time, and it's
yeah,
not like they don't be raw like Asia Wilson. She fine, she bad. She don't want MVP. Um, it's been a Kelsey Plum.
yeah.
It's
I
some
just
of
think
them
they're
that's it's Skylar
kind of
Diggins. Skylar Diggins, she bad.
it's
Like it's
ridiculous, but I just think in the college though, it's a lot of them pretty girls that be coming off the bench too that may not go to the WNBA. But I just think overall they just they
that's
look pretty.
that's true, and it's a little odd. You got like some teams where like the players are married on the same team. So it's like, it's a little odd seeing that. But like beyond that, like the level of play gets boring. So it's just like it isn't enthusiastic as a fan to be like, oh, I really want to go watch a WNBA game
But the
because
crazy part is it's a lot of women that don't even watch the
no, they
WNBA.
don't. What the thing is, they're scared. They got to do what the NBA does, even though like we don't like some of the changes the NBA has made. But you got to do stuff that's going to keep the fans engaged. So if that means making a play in or making a in season tournament, I hated the idea of the in season tournament. And so they started playing that shit. Now the courts and the jerseys was trash, but the games I was like, damn, this shit is actually pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
not mad at it. I'm not mad at the in season tournament. So it's like you got to do things to like engage the fans. And if the WNBA is not willing to engage the fans, like they don't want to make changes because they feel like they're conceding to what men think they should do. But you got to
Who
do
I
something.
got
Make a
another
4 point.
question.
Make a 4 pointer. Do something. You got to do
Who
something.
who 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 is the face of the WNBA?
Right now, I would say Asia Wilson.
Okay. Okay.
Candace Parker had been, but she's just been like around for so long. Diana Taurasi was for a while. But I would say Asia Wilson because Asia Wilson is like she markets herself. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? She's like always in front of the camera. She definitely gets a
She's
lot of
pretty.
like. No, she's pretty, very pretty, tall, pretty bad.
I think I could tell that and it's not to alienate players. You know what I'm saying? Because in the NBA, you got to think too. Like they like Jason Tatum, All
Of
American
course,
looking
no,
kid.
no. Marketability has a lot to do with how you look.
Yeah, we got to market the prettier players. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
most definitely, most definitely.
Or they're so raw. Like it's gonna be interesting to see how they're able to market Caitlyn in there. Caitlyn is definitely raw skill wise, not the most liquor, but great skills. You know what I'm saying? Versus Angela Reese, what I'm saying? Solid double double, but she pretty though. You feel me? You
The
gotta
thing
compete.
that gets you about Angel Reese is she's not like very skilled, but she got like a dog mentality. Which when you seen her, like I seen some highlights of her playing in high school. I was like, yo, like these girls was literally trying to like beat her up the whole game, and she was just like throwing elbows, like fucking I'm getting the rebound. Yeah, you keep pushing me. That's why I'm coming back. I'm coming back to the lane. Oh, I'm talking about these girls are literally like swinging on her. I don't care. I'm coming back to the lane. Coming
I
back
love
to the
her
lane.
ability to be masculine but still be feminine at the same time. I'm like,
They
damn,
hate it. They hate it,
I
dog.
love it.
They
I
hate it.
love it.
They hate it, man. Like the amount of hate she getting right now is crazy. Because I'm like, you know what? Even though you may love her, you may hate her. Like you can't deny that she elevated the game. The game
Oh
has
no,
definitely elevated. It's been some great players. You know what
no,
I'm
her
saying? Like
shit
college done
talking
had
is
some great.
legendary. They be doing the voiceovers that you see on Instagram and on TikTok. Be like, oh, real? How many points you got? Yeah, Look at the score. What?
No, and the game need that. You need some people that's gonna talk shit, that's gonna go out
Yeah,
there. You're gonna have the quiet players like Juju. Juju
yeah.
quiet. She's gonna go out there and just go to work. And then you need some players that's gonna go out there and do a little showboating. And don't get it twisted. Kaylin Clark ass be talking too.
She be
She
talking a
talking.
lot of shit.
She be talking.
But what I hate though is that you remember last year when they tried to make it racial because they was like, oh, you remember the owner of Barstool Sports was like, look at Angel Reese classes when she did the finger point, not realizing that's how you know it's racial. You go back and it's like, well, Caitlin Clark did the same thing. Oh,
Same
so when
thing.
I do it, it's a problem. When she do it, it's white privilege. Oh,
Same
okay.
thing. And,
Hmm.
and, and I like both of them. I like both of them for different reasons. Cause I think Caitlin Clark is a dog too.
She is. That's the
She's
thing. Black people didn't make it racial. I don't understand why a lot of the rich white. It wasn't even all the fans. It's like some of the rich white fans who don't watch enough college was even pointing that out. But he had to be quiet because at a certain point it was like Barstool stores. They got they got it is what it is, and they got $1 million worth of game. It's like you had to shut up quick because if not, you're gonna force your black shows to have to address it. But I'm glad he didn't say nothing this year. And now, what I'm saying, that, obviously Angela Reese and LSU was going home. Ain't nobody saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? I will say during the game, I saw after she rolled her ankle, she didn't really look like she had that same get up like
listen.
that.
And she didn't, and she still had 20 rebounds.
The only thing I didn't like about that game was I don't think it was well coached in the sense
Oh,
like in the
horrible coaching. Horrible coaching. Horrible.
yo, LSU coach, which she's pissed off right now. They're doing a whole article on her, and I'm like, you supposed to. Here's the thing, right? This girl got 40 points and 12 assists. If I'm coaching, you're not getting both.
You
You
ain't
either
getting
gonna get the points or you gonna get the assists.
you
You
ain't
know I'm
getting
trying to out the game. You can pass it back, that's fine. You're not getting both. That's it. And if you still beat me, you beat me. But you're not gonna beat me like that. Okay. And I just was like, I read a whole article on her. I was like, to be a perfectionist like she is, I was like, yeah, you dropped the ball on that. You
big
dropped the ball.
time. Big time. And she put Van Lift on Caitlin. And after she hit maybe like 3 or 4 threes, you gotta switch it up. You gotta
Van Lip
come
is the
through.
white girl who transferred in, right?
Yeah,
She
she
ain't
man.
been playing that good. That
No, no,
motherfucker
no, 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 no. We're not finna be nice. She been playing like ass.
right.
Boy. She been
She ain't
playing
hit none of her shots. She ain't. I'm like, God
ain't
damn.
playing no defense. She turning the ball over left and right. She looked lost out there. And
Yeah.
I'm just like you said, dog. Like Caitlin Clark finna get double every time she touched the ball.
Every touch the ball.
Every time. Every
Yes.
time you touch the ball. And I'm not putting Van Lift on her. I'm putting Flage. Flage,
Yeah.
you might not score a whole bunch tonight, but you finna lock up. That's what you
Yeah.
finna do tonight. That's your job. And you're not finna let her touch the ball. One of them other girls that we don't know the names of, they probably can hoop. They're gonna have to prove it tonight. You better not let Caitlin do it to you. And she gonna get her points, but what you
Yeah.
do is you make it hard. She was
Hard
just
and
out
he
there
ain't
just
getting all them assists neither. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
She was out there just flowing easy. I was just like, dog. And I was like, the coach ain't made no at halftime. I said, okay, then the guy back was tired at halftime. The coach ain't made no adjustments. Y'all came back with the same, like trying to guard her 1-on-1 straight up. Hell no, bitch. We finna run some type of zone. We're gonna run a zone for 3 plays. Then we're gonna switch. Then we're gonna trap. I'm gonna throw everything at you. The kitchen sink. You're not finna see nothing twice.
And as much as she's been talking lately, I didn't watch the press review interview, but I'm like, nah, you hit her with those type of questions because she's been going to town on some articles. One of them was justified, but when you talk a lot like that, then you know what I'm saying. You got to take what comes with it too. So
Yeah, that was I was like, this is when you see coaching. People talk about, the players on the floor gotta and why Flage and it's like, look, the coach gotta make the adjustments. The
got
coach
to.
gotta see what's going on. They gotta see how to flip the game. And I was like, when the game was turning and you can start to see the game slip away, like no adjustments were being made. And by the time she put Flage on, it was like 2 minutes left. The game was basically out of hand.
Well, UM fans know all about non-coaching adjustments because it's just like, look, that's what we waiting on this year. Is you going? Well, they ain't waiting on it. They happy. Let me make that. You know what I'm saying? Let me rephrase that. No UM. You know what I'm saying? Fans don't know about in-game adjustments because they'll be like, well, this. I'm like, nah. In-game adjustments is once you got everything, that's really what this game is about. Matchups, in-game adjustments, strategy. What are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? That's what we watching the tape for. That this is really the game within the game, baby. This
Yeah,
is the whole chess match.
yeah.
All right. When we're watching Alabama go against Michigan and we're watching timeout and we're watching matchups and I'm like, yes, that's real chess right there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, so
So
they got UConn versus Iowa. Gino Auriemma. I think they're gonna pull it out because I think he's gonna do what we all suspect the coach to do is to take the ball out of Caitlin Clark hand. And with the teams, I love North Carolina State. I want them to win, but I also want Dawn Staley to win. So it's just like I
Yeah,
don't know. I just want to see good games. You know, Dawn was one of my boos back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, she got South Carolina rolling like nobody business again.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I thought they had done fell off. No, they get she back. So yeah, they some dogs, boy.
Yeah. So it's gonna be an exciting weekend of basketball. We'll make sure to keep you in tune with whatever, new Miami news come out, fake news, whatever BS they want to throw to the hype train. Yeah, this person returned a punt and he looked like he was explosive, like, okay, whatever that means. Emory Williams, Cam Ward looks very, poised out there, like whatever
Bruh,
that means. Like
call me when the season start so we can start talking shit about these vanilla ass plays they gonna start running. You did all that to run this bullshit? Come on, man. I told you now, bro. Vanilla play calling, baby. Vanilla play calling. But hey, y'all jump in the comments. Tell me what you think or don't think, or however you want to feel. You feel me? Hey, like, subscribe. Y'all know the drill.
You know the drill. Hey, player partners from the bottom of the map.
From the bottom of the map.